know if you ever seen someone smoke out of the bed of a pickup truck, but Josh was cooking our lunch today and doing it out of the bed of the truck. So we got to leave the keys in this thing in case it catches fire. We can drive it away from the building.
Can I
hey, everyone.
work?
Sure. Hey everyone, welcome back to CJ Race Cars YouTube channel. Today we're going to show you a few things on Cleetus's car. We got some A-pillars fitted in there. Danny's got that going now. Also want to show you guys some other projects we have in the shop. We got some pretty cool stuff going on. But this is Ricky. You ever call a shop? This is a guy you've probably talked to. If he didn't call you back,
Yep.
that's the guy. So
That's me.
send him an email. Also, a lot of you have been asking in the comments what engine is going into Eagle. We should be getting the engine pretty soon. With that coming up, put in the comments what engine you think's going in there, and whoever comments the correct answer first in this video, we'll send out a swag pack. We'll add a few shirts and a hat. Yeah. We'll announce the winner when we do the video with the engine unveiled. Out here, this is kind of where stuff starts. We have our laser, cuts all our tabs, brackets, motor plates, mid plates, wings, a bunch of stuff we sell. That's the material rack for it. This is our nitrogen skid, which is what the laser cuts with most of the time. We are getting a bigger tank for outside because this is kind of a pain. If we cut thicker aluminum, these only last about an hour or two, which is pretty wild that it burns up these 12 tanks in an hour. But over here, we got the CNC area. Ryan's doing some programming on some tube adapters now. We have the first stop of some titanium 4-link bar tube adapters running over here. We have window net kit parts running over here on the mill in the 4th axis. Over here is the second op of the titanium 4-link bar tube adapters. So basically it puts the hex on them over here, does the threading and all that stuff. So getting those knocked out. Then over here we're doing our Big Johnson anti-roll bar bearing housings, one of our more popular products. Got a ton of these going on. This is kind of where everything starts. We build most of our stuff we use in-house. We'll go check out the other side of the shop. Over here we have some of our sheet metal equipment. We have a power shear, a stomp shear, a roller, finger brake. We have a regular brake. Over there we have a 10-foot brake and a radius brake. So that's pretty much all of our sheet metal tools. We have our sheet metal tools right here because as the cars go in stages, it comes off the jig and they end up basically where the wheelies is now. And we do all the sheet metal here. We have these stands so we can roll them around. It's the right height to be able to do sheet metal on. So, and you don't have to go very far. This is a Willys. If you've been watching the channel, you've probably seen this. This is an all steel Willys. It's a 39, not a 41.
39.
Don't be mistaken with a 41.
1940 front end.
Okay, so it's got a 40 front end, but it's a 39.
Longer wheelbase than a 39.
Yeah. Extremely cool car. We got some more detailed updates coming next week with this. But basically it's an all steel body, which is extremely hard to find. And we made basically a pro mod, like a drag and drive car. It's got a gear vendors, turbo 400. It has a Hemi in it with a blower right now. Pretty sure he's going to switch engine combinations, even though everything's brand new. We found something that's coming out later this year that he's probably going to go with. So we'll also update on that. But we got a titanium firewall going in this. That'll be a video probably next week, so you guys can see how we put a titanium firewall in a 80-year-old vehicle. 85-year-old vehicle. So that'll be pretty cool. Troy does most of our tin work here. Does a lot of the tin work, carbon tubs, all that stuff, all the detailed stuff.
The easy part.
Easy part.
Yeah.
I don't think any of it's easy.
All the window lips.
Yeah, and the window lips. They're a ton of work. All right, everyone, we're back over here with Danny. He's been hard at these tubes. These are some pretty tough tubes to make just right, the A-pillar tubes. So I'm gonna let him show you what he's got done.
Okay, these, I always don't look forward to doing them, but when I get them done, the progress looks like it's really good and it makes it all worthwhile. So you can see we've got both sides in, and if you look, you can see the fit is pretty close to the roof. We've got to have a little clearance up there. You can't see it because from the inside it's hard to see, but you have minimal clearance along the roof. It tucks up front, so when it comes down the A-pillar, you have clearance in here enough that you can get, when we go to put windshield screws in, you'll be able to get to them, but it hugs it as tight as we can get down through here within reason. It's nice and parallel to it. Here, we have to put the kick in, because if it went straight, you'd be out here. And you can't move this bar in. If you did, then it would look like a lot of stuff that I've seen that comes down the A-pillar and just goes inside, and it looks like, doesn't look good. It's not symmetrical. And I couldn't sleep at night. So anyway, we put the kick in it, and I do one side, and then I take and make up our jig with the sleeves in it for the other side, but I mirror that bar. I'll lay it on a table, I'll lay them down, and they'll go off in opposite directions, and the notches will be turned in different ways. But I made up the inner jig, did this side, bend it up, come out great. And then we put the roof bar in up here. We always leave a little straight section here. That way we have room for our gussets we have to put in. Specs call for 4-inch minimum outside at the longest point. We do 6, and it's a 1-inch bar. So we put 8 gussets total up in here. We have 4 in the top corners, and then 4 down in the bottom. So we have 8 little gussets, and then the roof gets X'd also. So that's the next step, is for me to just pop the roof off of this thing, and then I can get up in here and start doing all the little gussets and doing the X, and that pretty much takes care of the roof. There is a bar now that goes from the back side of the main hoop here that runs right up to that junction right up there of those tubes, and that bar can get put in now. There's another bar that comes off of here that goes to the same general area, but we don't put that in until the tubs go in, because it determines where the tub is as to how far we can lower that bar. And that does it for the bars in the back in that general area. I don't think there's anything else camera wants to add. We've got that elliptical piece that goes across the upper part of the funny car cage above your head. That I can put in with the roof off, and that pretty much takes care of the funny car cage totally. We got some bracing under the seat to do yet. I can do that either on the jig or off the jig, doesn't really matter. But all the plating we do in there, we'll do with the frame flipped upside down, so we can really get to it easy, because that's an involved job. And then it's onward to possibly doing the foot box sort of up here for the firewall. If we weren't worried about tall people, we would run a bar straight from this area down to here, and then there'll be one that runs up through here, down, it'll be like an X in here and a bar. But since we're going to give them more pedal clearance, the bar is going to come off of here, but it's going to come out like this, and then at somewhere in this general area here, and then it'll bend back in. And we're not sure just how far we're going to do that yet, but we got to figure out those bars and get them in, and then we can do pedals, steering column, and onwards and upwards.
This is Ben.
Hello.
He's an intern for the summer. He is
I'm a mechanical engineer, engineering student at USF.
So he's here. He helps the guys on a CNC. He's doing some programming and some design stuff for some of our new parts. And then one day a week he works over here to learn some chassis stuff. So pretty cool, very smart. And he said he's ready to take over for Danny already. So over here we have Jamie Hancock 69 Camaro. Very similar to Cleetus's Eagle, except for instead of a 25.2, this is a 25.1 chassis. A few of the bars are smaller, and the reason for that is because it's going to be a nitrous car. It's a lot lighter car, and they don't make the torque, so we're going 25.1 on this. This car is also getting close. Firewall's getting close on it. They're going to be bringing a motor in the next month or so we can do headers and finalize some of the stuff up front. And this thing will be finishing up about the same time as Eagle or a little bit before. We have an Escalade over here. A few of you guys have mentioned, asked about it in the videos. And we'll take you over there and look at it. We don't usually do stuff like that. Customer's been awesome though. And basically we're putting a 10-point cage in it, titanium parachute mount, some rear suspension stuff. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty fast car. It drives it a lot. It's got a twin turbo LS in it with a turbo 400. Let's go check it out. This is the Escalade that we've been working on. It's getting a cage. The cage is almost done. Believe it or not, these street cars with full interiors are actually a lot harder to do a cage than a full chassis. We could probably do that whole chassis in about a little bit more time than it takes to do this 10-point cage. We got the parachute mount going on the back. All titanium parachute mount for this thing. Taylor just got that wrapped up. Pretty cool deal.
Damn.
Yeah. We got a cage going. It's got 2 hoops. Very, very interesting to do a cage in this car. Nothing's the same side to side. Way the air vents run. This pillar here is wider. This one's narrower. It's totally different. So it's been a pretty fun, unique project, and it's getting close to being finished up. I think we got one more A-pillar, a windshield bar, and some welding, and this thing will be knocked out. But really cool build. You don't see many twin turbo Escalades, and it was a sleeper before we put a titanium parachute mount on it. It's kind of a giveaway.
Yeah, that parachute's a dead giveaway.
Yeah,
for
giveaway.
sure.
That's got something going on.
We got Taylor eating a donut.
Our cook's filming.
The cook's filming.
He's supposed to be cooking.
I know.
If it ain't ready at noon,
It's his fault.
yep.
And over here, we got Andrew. He's welding up some titanium steering extensions.
This is where the magic happens, okay? Can't be unsupervised over here.
So this is serious stuff. You gotta keep an eye on it.
Absolutely.
So he's got some steering extensions going together, titanium. We do a ton of titanium here, all lightweight stuff.
All the good stuff.
We're just showing you guys a laser. These are some flanges. You got one of those flanges right there?
Yeah.
We just cut a bunch of these flanges off.
There you go.
But yeah, we can. It's nice now that we can cut a bunch of this stuff in house. And Andrew just stays over here welding, just welding away.
I just stay in the corner.
Just stay in the corner
That's all I
welding.
do.
Pretty much. All right, everyone, that's it for this video. As you can see, Cleetus's car now has no roof, so we can do the rest of the bars. We'll be doing those next week. Thanks again for everyone that's been watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.